Elon Musk has more kids than a pro soccer team has players, and yet men in 2026 can't get any dates. Today we're going to be breaking down some of the troubles of dating, unrealistic standards, and why men are checking out altogether.
And you said, I would say I disagree with women thinking they can do things like OF and find a husband within their criteria.
Yes, what Laura was saying earlier, like women wanting, I want him to make six figures, I want him to be 6 foot, I want him to do this and have a yacht. And when you are in sex work, I just think that you wanting that, you have to be more realistic about your criteria and what you...
Even when you're not, like, I'll present these girls a 6'3", good-looking guy
The
who makes a ton of money.
Connor donated $100. Brian, you are not my type. You don't have a cute pedicure. You have some hammer surfer toes. You have to look good in Louis Vuitton. Have a shave and show your chin dimple. You missed out.
You gotta dress the man up to be real cute little doll.
You were saying?
I said even if they don't do OF, like I will present a girl a great guy, at least on paper. Like obviously she hasn't met him yet, but like my client, 6'3", makes well over 6 figures, handsome, and she'll be like, he's not really my type.
It's funny she says this because I did some research. In the US, roughly 20% of men make $100,000 or more per year. 15% of adult men in the US are 6 foot or taller. Less than 1% of adult men in the US are 6'4" or taller. So if a woman wants someone who's 6'4" or taller and makes $100K or more per year, that's like a 0.25% chance. There was something that correlated with taller men making more money, so they're not exactly independent, but it's roughly about a 0.25% chance. Isn't that crazy? For reference, 50 Cent got shot 9 times at pretty close range with a Glock. You have a higher chance of surviving that than you do of finding somebody 6'4" and makes over 100,000 a man. Just think about that. I looked it up. It's just crazy to me. And then women will hear that and go, so there's still a chance? There's still a chance? It's like that gambler energy. It's like, you have a 0.001% chance of winning $1 million if you bet your life savings. So there's a chance. It's like, no, that's not the way it works. There is a chance, but it's not going to happen.
It's... makes my job very difficult. That you can't even bother to get ready, go to a 5-star dinner, like, oh my God. So.
Damn.
Why do you think a lot of women are like that today?
Why? I mean, I just think
they're
it runs really
propagandized
deep
and
in
delusionized.
society and TikTok. I mean, looking for a man in finance, 6'5", blue eyes. That's like, they did the statistics that there's 2 men that fit that criteria in the entire country. 2. I mean, they did the stats, like, but every girl thinks like they're gonna find that guy, and the reality is like, you're not gonna find that guy. And I just think women they have unrealistic standards. Look, some men do too, right? Like my guys come to me, they're looking for a woman that doesn't exist. But the reality, I think we're in a mandemic.
And it's funny that she says men are looking for a woman that doesn't exist. The thing men want that is the equivalent crazy standard, like the very low chance, is a woman that's not fat and that's submissive and cooks. You have that on one hand, or you have 6'4", over $100,000 on the other hand. And then if you factor in things that they also say, like good looking and, muscular, it drops that percentage down to like 0.02% chance of finding that. Like it's ridiculous. So I don't think men's unrealistic standards are the problem. I really do think it's women's unrealistic standards, and they're propagandized by seeing all these girls on Instagram and different things like that, YouTube Reels, Shorts, TikTok, talk about like, oh, he's getting me this and this, and it's always like highlighted as like the upper echelon of people for whatever the thing is that you're saying. Like you can show Kevin Durant, let's say, or LeBron James, like going and doing a 360 windmill dunk that would be like, and then a young boy sees that and goes, oh, I can do that too. That's what's happening with women, except it's with like money and other things like we already talked about. That's like the equivalent, I think, and what's really happening is just the propagandizement, not understanding how reality works, really.
The word I like to say, like there aren't that many eligible men out there versus eligible women, so it's very skewed. So I think when you find a good guy that you're attracted to, that does okay, you shouldn't care if he's 6'5".
Girl, if she's really beautiful, if she's really attracted to them, a guy will be intimidated and he will not approach you. But a guy will also not approach you if he's not attracted to you. Actually, a guy won't approach you, period, in this generation, because it's princess treatment. The guys want to be pursued, the guys want to be approached, the guys want you to text them, the guys want you to make the first move.
I think it's really that women want men that they want to approach them, and when it's not men that they want, it becomes a problem, and they want to label him as a creep, and then they want to tell their friends that he's a creep, and things like that, if it's not someone that they find attractive. Like if an ugly dude comes up to a girl in a bar and tries to flirt with her, she'll be like, fuck are you thinking? You think this is gonna happen? And she'll do some shit like that and then tell her friends, and then it becomes embarrassing. One of the main problems, I think men generally had something to fight for previously. Like men would go to war to protect their wives because their wives submitted to them. Their wives listened to them. And, you know, there was a very traditional type of relationship dynamic. And nowadays you don't have that. It's like you get a girlfriend who's banged fucking 50 guys before you, doesn't listen to you, doesn't submit, doesn't cook, doesn't clean, still wants you to buy everything, spend all your money on her when she makes her own money. And it's just like, why? Like, where's the deal? What's the deal? Like, everything in life is about making a deal. You strike deals with people. That's really what it all comes down to. And it's like, what do the men get out of it? Oh man, I can go work really fucking hard for a woman that's not going to appreciate me, not going to listen to me, not going to cook, not going to clean, not going to do simple, easy little things that I want. She's going to make her own money, but I have to spend all my money on her. I have to pay for utilities. I have to pay for the house. I have to pay for, you know, rent, mortgage, whatever, things like this, all to get someone that doesn't listen to me, doesn't take my guidance. But she still wants a leader, but she just doesn't want to be a follower. See, it's like, that's the main problem that I see nowadays is women want like the traditional benefits, but they don't want the traditional hard part about it where like, oh yeah, you know, sometimes you just got to shut up and listen. Like, sorry, you got to shut up and listen to the more logical person. It's that simple. It's really that simple.
Wrong with a guy wanting to be pursued. So anytime we want to be treated like equals, we want princess
Which is
treatment.
what they wanted, was
cool
equal treatment,
you,
right?
But not cool
That's
for
the
us.
funniest thing.
Did you know that 78% of men don't approach women anymore? Here's why that's your advantage. Fear of rejection, fear of looking desperate or awkward, which means if you're the one guy who walks up, introduces himself, and can hold a conversation, you're not competing with anyone.
And you still probably won't get her.
Girls are not used to being approached.
Because they're delusional.
In fact, they are waiting on it. Comment approach for my comprehensive guide on how to master the cold approach like a natural.
Listen, never listen to these stupid women. They literally don't even know what it's like. I always think this is hilarious when you see like women dating coaches for men. And yeah, we're gonna tell them. It's just, that's not the way it works though. Because like, you guys don't even understand what you don't understand. It's like listening to a homeless person on how to become a millionaire. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Why am I gonna do that? Or why am I gonna listen to a crackhead about what it's like to live a nice, peaceful, sober life? I'm not going to. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you can't take the advice of these women. Like, they'll tell you like, oh, do this and it all sounds good, but that's the deep underlying part. That's not really how it works, dude. It's like, it's not like, oh, do this for her and this for, and then it's like, you start listening and doing that, and you become the bitch in the situation. Like, you got to do shit for you and understand the way that the world works, and then they follow that. That's the way it goes. It's not you do things because, oh, she'll like and dislike. And you do things that you know are right to do. And then if she doesn't accept it, then fuck her. And if she does, then good. That's a good characteristic to look for. That's the thing. Like, don't ever listen to these bitches out here trying to say, oh, do this. No, doesn't make any sense.
Stay single, boys. It's a trap. Our peace is more
sense.
valuable than her presence.
True.
We are choosing peace.
Peace,
over
I've come to
problems.
find.
It honestly kind of makes me a little bit sad that on my
extremely
videos,
desirable.
I feel like a lot of women comment. Okay, so I feel like it's collective feeling. I mean, like, it's really weird because I feel like a lot of women want to be approached, or they want to be in a relationship, or they want to date or whatever. Do men feel the same? Like, genuinely, do men feel the same way? And I'm just asking, like, out of curiosity, like, is there like a problem where like men feel like women don't want to be like approached, or like don't want to be in a relationship? Like,
yes, because they say it all the time and they always want to talk shit about it, and like in the gym or some shit. Like, if you look at a girl, like, you've seen the funny videos where like girls will record themselves walking for whatever stupid, like, I still don't understand why, but whatever stupid reason, they record themselves walking and on the treadmill or whatever, like, oh yeah, look at, oh, yeah. And then a guy will like glance out of the side of his eye, and then he'll see the thing being recorded, and he'll be like, fuck, because he knows he's about to be put on the internet and put on blast in front of the entire world. So I just think it's such a weird dynamic now. Like, previously, I can just imagine how much better everything was. Like, my grandparents have told me this. Dating goes before social media and dating apps and things like that. It's just like people propagandized and have become unrealistic with their standards and what they think because of like social media. And like, it's like I said before, you see, oh man, I'm seeing all these people with Rolexes and, you know, really expensive houses. Like, oh, and then you look around you and you're like, oh wait, I don't have any of that. Oh, because yeah, most normal people don't have that shit. Like, they don't. Or the women, like, oh, I get approached by 50 guys a day in the bun, and go out to fucking Erewhon and eat my little stupid smoothie and this and that. And then it's just like, the women don't do the part where they look around them and they're like, oh, that's kind of unrealistic. And yeah, it's like, not going to happen because I'm average. And they have an inflated sense of self. That's really the problem. Thinking that you're way up here when really you're down here. And it's like, nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's the way the world works. Like, not everyone can be a superstar, because if everyone was a superstar, there'd be no superstars. Just remember that.
do they, like, are they scared? It's like a genuine question, okay? Because I've been getting like a lot of feedback, okay, like comments, DMs, whatever, on my last video, which is about like dating. And a lot of people are like, yeah, it's the same. And I don't see a lot of like men. I do get some like DMs from men saying the same thing. But like, I wonder if men feel the same way, or if they're like intimidated to like talk. Like, what do we do? Like, how do we fix this genuinely?
Modern women would rather run into a bear in the woods than us, and are confused why we wouldn't approach? Reminder, women think men aren't human beings if they're not 6'3 plus.
If you like reactions like this, kind of breaking down certain dynamics, hit that subscribe button for me. It really helps out the channel grow and helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. Leave a thumbs up on this and let me know, what do you think is the most unrealistic dating standard from a man or a woman in the comments below.
Cost a month to date a baddie.
So if we do a weekly blowout, $120. If she goes to like an event once a week and gets glam, that's like $150. So
remember,
that's like
this is the price to date
nails,
a crackhead
toes,
chihuahua
that's
looking
another
bitch.
like say
Just remember.
$350, $400.
Okay, so we're at 270 plus 300, so we're at like 570.
$570, which like isn't crazy.
It's not bad. No, we're good right now.
Hot girls like do like peptides, like care about the health.
What a
So
joke.
all of like the beauty outside comes with it.
It's all fake
Normally,
bullshit.
like a lot of like baddies are holistic in some way. So like you have like the peptides, which is anywhere between like $180 to $900 a month. A lot of women are on birth
So
control.
stupid.
So I don't know, like whatever that cost is.
You gotta pay for
And
the
you
birth
need like
control,
hormone
too.
regulation stuff. So whether it's like ashwagandha,
Oh,
melatonin, or whatever it is, like supplements. Fun fact, a lot of
She
hot
makes
girls
a lot
are
of
on
money,
a semaglutide.
but she
So
can't spend
I
any
think
of her
that's
own
like
money.
somewhere between like, again, like
You gotta spend
$250 and
it
like
all.
$1,000.
Okay.
Are you keeping track?
What a fucking joke.
Okay, great.
Dude.
Oh, therapy. Depending where you go, it's like $300 to $500 a session.
We're going once a week.
Yeah, a little like
Therapy,
once
bro.
a week.
Okay.
For the
All
weeks that
these
she
girls are in
skips, she probably
therapy
has like an
'cause
astrologist,
they can't handle their
which
emotions.
is like $350.
Astrology.
So
What a
times
joke as well.
$500 a week. When we travel,
I'm just gonna look
because
at the
obviously we're in
stars and-
heels, you can't really take the subway
Bullshit.
everywhere, and also
It's
it's
all
like dangerous.
bullshit, bro.
So Ubers.
So Ubers, the experience of an Uber
XL.
or Black.
Oh, you can't have a regular one.
All right.
Quarterly is where it gets like, you're like, oh wow, because you have like maintenance, like Botox, filler, injectables, hair.
Don't date
every
women
time you
that
go to
do
the
all
hair
that shit,
salon,
dude.
like $800 to
So
$1,200 every quarter.
Okay.
Botox anywhere between
Botox. Oh.
$1,000 and $1,500 if she gets
Oh.
Trap Tox. That's
Screw
another like
all that. It's
$2,500
all
if she does full
stupid.
face. It's another $2,500 or
Just be a
$3,000.
regular
So what? You're looking
person,
at
dude.
100 grand a year?
Yeah.
Little, yeah, right around
100
there.
grand a year.
Definitely.
100 grand a year.
A crackhead chihuahua.
How much
does it-
looking girl? 100 grand a year. Crackhead chihuahua. That's what you get. What a joke.
On that point of expectations and how expectations are evolving, I found some stats. I think some of them are very much inspired by your first book, Marry Him. One of them is that 80% of women want to date a man over 6 foot tall, when only 15% of men are
Like
over
I said
6 foot
earlier.
tall.
Yes, that's in the book.
I found some other
80% want the same 15%.
An eHarmony study found that 40% of single people have deal breakers that are associated with physical appearance, and 50% of singles expect their partner to be their best friend, soulmate, and to fulfill all of their emotional needs. That was a study done by Match.com.
Which, think about how crazy that is.
Minimum height.
6 feet.
Yeah, that's where they get you. Would you exclude obesity?
Absolutely.
Minimum income. So
I'm gonna say at least 200.
Bruh.
200 grand?
You can be 30 years
Oh
old and
my
make
goodness. Take a guess at what percentage of men fit this
2%.
criteria? 2%? Much lower. It's 0.049%.
All right, is this going on the TV?
0.049%, and they wonder why we have a problem. A regular, average-looking girl wants a man in the top 0.04%. Just think about that. This chick's average, like she's average looking, like she's not fat, which is good, but by all means, very average. 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 in looks. And has these crazy high expectations. That's the problem. And really, I think what this all boils down to is in my opinion, there's 3 main things for a successful relationship that I think are at the root of what you need. Now, obviously, there's other ones, but I think these are like kind of the 3 core defining principles of what can make a successful relationship. And I think number 1 is that both people need to have similar religious perspectives. So either both need to believe in God, or both can be like kind of unsure, or both maybe atheist, potentially. I think believing in God, though, is the correct choice there. Number 2 is I think they need to have similar opinions about finances. So for instance, if one person is more of like a saver, they really like to save a lot of money, and then like they still like to get nice things here and there, but generally they save way more. Like if they don't have money, they don't spend on stupid shit that they don't need. I think you need both people to kind of be like that, or maybe they're both kind of spenders. If they have the extra money and they both like to spend, then maybe that could be a case too. But I think you need to have a general similar view on money. And then number 3 is politics. I think like if you're more right-leaning and you're trying to date somebody more left-leaning, I just don't think it's going to work. There's just drastic differences between the two. And I just don't think you can I mean, you might be able to get past it for a while. My parents were married for like 20 years and they are drastically different political. Mom very left, dad very right. They made it work for a long time, but they're not married anymore, obviously. So, yeah, I really just think you need like at least 2 out of 3 of those, but ideally all 3 would be preferable. And then as far as like the political thing, just think about this. A thing that I can never agree with is the whole abortion argument. In literally the last 10 years worldwide, there have been 730 million babies murdered, aka abortion. Last 10 years, 730 million. In the last 225 years of war, there have been roughly 37 million deaths due to direct battle-related or combat deaths. Just think about that. 37 million from direct deaths in war versus 730 million over 10 years versus 225 over here. That's a 444 times death increase for abortions versus literal war. Like, think about how crazy that is. And that's one thing that I think really will divide people as far as dating goes. I think generally speaking, most men probably would view things the same as me. And then a lot of women would view it the opposite, where they're like, oh yeah, we'll just live and free and do whatever we want. And then boom, we'll kill our children because like we don't care. So I really think that's another one of the big problems. But if you guys like this video, like my opinions, hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on. Really helps me out, grow this channel. And let me know, do you think I'm right about the whole dating situation? Do you need at least 2 out of 3 of those? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Peace.